Legendary tennis star Andre Agassi, winner of 8 Grand Slam titles, has a new book, Open, appropriately titled, about his career, his downfall, his rise back to the top, and he joins us now to talk about it all. Thanks for taking the time.
It's a pleasure.
First question would be, why did you choose to tell your story now? Why was it the appropriate time?
Well, you know, I think I lived a public life, and I think many things said about me, both good and bad, most of the time wasn't true. I think things I said about myself, both good and bad, most of the time wasn't true. I didn't know myself, and in the world of tennis, I wanted to make sense of my life, and I thought ending something and starting a new chapter was a good time to explore who I was, and I spent 3 years on doing this.
3 years.
3 years.
Talk to many people about it as you were doing it, as you were writing?
I brought in a lot of people in the process. I wanted to know, I wanted to understand all my contradictions, and I wanted to know how I can reconcile them. Because there's reasons for what we do, and we all live with contradictions, and I wanted to make sense of that, because I think there's real power in a story that can help a lot of people that I'll never meet.
When you look at this new chapter, as you say, the new chapter of your life, you know, you and Steffi and your kids and your post-career career, if you will. You still play tennis from time to time. But when you look at what's ahead for you, how is this going to affect that part of your career?
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
You nervous?
Yeah, I'm sure I am, you know, but for me, it's every day since my second life, I had a second chance. You know, a lot of people don't get a second chance, and every day has been an atonement for that. It's been me trying to make the most of my life, trying to help others make the most of theirs, and this book is that. And so if the price that gets paid comes with, you know, reputation or what people think, or comes with the future business one way or another, you know, to me it's a price that, you know, should get paid.
It's worth it, even if it comes to endorsements. Do you think it's going to affect that? What does it mean on that front?
I don't know. I had a lot more to risk than to gain from this. I have
a lot more to risk than to gain, and you did it anyways. You felt that strongly.
I felt that strongly, and moving forward, I'm clear that I have everything I need in my life. I got a wonderful family, a great support system of friends, and a blessed life.
When we look at Las Vegas, a city that means a lot to you, a city where you live now, that's a city that is facing, you know, possibly its biggest downfall yet in terms of what's going on there, the economy, the unemployment, the real estate issue in Las Vegas. What does that mean to you, looking at your hometown struggling?
Well, I think, you know, everybody has struggled. Certainly we are probably leading that. You know, it's you know, which makes sense. We were growing so fast, and things were happening so unreasonably fast that you're going to experience a downward turn. That's
a little bit like your career, maybe?
Yeah, we have a lot in common, I guess, right? But Vegas is, you know, it's a can-do city. I mean, you know, you don't build that in the desert without having a lot of people that dream out loud and then make it happen. So I have a lot of faith in us moving forward, but it's going to take time. It's going to take us a few years to get things right.
When you look at someone like yourself, you're famous, you're a celebrity in your own right. A lot of people have to come at you asking you for money, donations, especially in a time like this. You've chosen to use a lot of your wealth, your name, your time in the charter school that you formed in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Why education for you?
Well, a lack of education in my life meant a lack of options, you know, and I think if you don't have options, you end up waking up in a life that you find yourself in, that you didn't choose.
Just go back to your dad and talking about, you know, sometimes wanting you to play on the court instead of going to school? Yeah,
and it goes back to my father. It goes back to my teenage years where I raised myself at Nick Bollettieri's, which was a tennis academy. I referred to it as a glorified prison at the time, and to a world stage where you know, where I felt not ready, not emotionally ready for what I was in for. And when I look at kids that don't have education or in a broken education system, you know, the truth is they won't have options. Their tomorrow will not be different than today, and that's a horrifying thought. So I focus on education to make systemic change, and we're doing it in a way that I think can translate across the entire state, and if not, give us a national dialogue. I mean, a lot of us have figured out what we definitely need in education as it relates to longer school days, and we need teachers that, you know, if they don't do a good job, then they shouldn't be doing it. You know, we need parents' involvement. We need accountability with the resources. You know, so a lot of people are doing it, and in our first graduating class this summer, in a state that we graduate 50th in the United States,
Jeez.
our senior class, 100% were accepted into college.
100% into college.
And these are the children that society are quickest to write off.